Yeah, yeah.
Here, so how would we execute this better instead of this?
Uh,
Do you think?
yeah. I think. Let me see.
So here,
Uh,
going up the wall here is actually pretty good. So this is going up the wall, but how do we come off the wall to try and get a good shot on the ball?
oh, I think I know. I've heard you talk about this before. Just backwards.
Um, okay, so you'll see that a lot of my videos, I say you try to approach the ball backwards, right? But this one, we can't approach the ball backwards. This one.
Mm,
The reason why is because if we try to approach the ball by tilting our car backwards, it's very, very, very awkward to hit this ball backwards. Why? Because the ball is coming this way, and trying to approach it backwards means that it's very hard to like wrap your car around to get a
mhm,
good shot. The only time you should hit the car, you should go backwards is if your car usually is straight, so your car is not like
mhm,
this, and then you can jump off backwards, and that way the boost will be able to carry you. Jumping off backwards like this is it's really, really awkward, and I don't think it does as well as just air rolling, which is basically what my answer would be. This one, this is what I would go for.
mm.
So I would
Oh,
kind of go underneath the ball. So I would go here underneath the ball and then pop it high.
yeah.
But if you do you use air roll left,
Yes.
or do you use air roll right, or do you use both?
Left. But I
Mm,
mean, I use both,
uh,
but right to just correct. Uh,
to
oh,
correct it.
you're talking about arrowing and
Yeah.
spinning. You're talking about if I use it. Yeah, I use it. I use both. I use both.
Okay. Yeah. So here you would have to use air roll left, and then oh, and then you'd be able to get. Look, this is a lot more power, right?
Yeah,
You can
that's
already
true.
see. Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, yeah.
So much more power. So definitely the best way to do that is to get to go into your replays and think, how can I hit this ball? What is the correct mechanic to hit this ball uh a lot stronger, right? And then this is where learning mechanics is super important, is knowing how to hit the ball in certain ways using mechanic. And then all it is just building consistency, right? How often can I do it, right? Can
Mhm.
I do it very often? Well, so here I didn't. This one was okay. How often can I do it again? Okay, I'm a bit more consistent.
Mhm.
Can I do it 3 times? Okay, I didn't really do it 3 times. You see what I mean? And then you build your consistency. Does that make sense?
Yeah, true.
All right, nice.
Mess up my wave flash.
No, 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 it's fine. So here they go up the wall. Yeah. Um, Here I would suggest. Okay, we don't need to take a single touch jump. I know you want to take a single touch jump into a wave dash, but this isn't really necessary. Why? And what could we have done instead?
Um, you mean right here?
Well, your
Like
decision. So
with
your decision here. Oh wait, my controller just turned off. So your decision where you took a single jump touch and you tried to wave dash, and obviously you messed up the wave dash, but I don't really care about you messing up the wave dash. I want to know is what I want to know is why did you decide to take a single jump touch?
to that for me to have more control. Uh, because maybe sometimes if I flip into the ball,
Mm-hmm.
I like mistouch it and it like get a weird bounce, and then I'm not able to control it again.
Um. Okay. As in what? As in if you're scared that if you flip into it, you're scared that, for example, it might come off the wall, like it might bounce off the wall and come back.
Yeah, or like in the you know in the corner where the ball like bounces out, uh,
Mm-hmm.
like just a miss touch and like a weird bounce.
Okay. Okay. So here we need to get rid of this mentality of not making a decision because we're afraid of what the consequences might be. This is how you stay stuck in a rank. right?
Mhm.
Sorry, it's one of the reasons why a lot of people stay stuck in a rank. You have to make the decision that you know is correct, regardless of how comfortable you might be in doing it, and regardless of what the consequences might be. This is super important. So here, so let me show you. When you, okay, we take a touch. When you take a control touch, right? The ball, when you take a soft touch, the ball has now slowed down, right? And your car has now slowed down. And the play has now slowed down, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
So, in how do we know that we should slow down the play here or we should speed up the play here? How do we know which decision to make here? Here you decided to slow down. Obviously, I'm kind of hinting to you right now that this is not the correct decision and that we should speed up the play. But how do we know this, that we
I
need to
think
make one decision or the other?
I think I know
Hmm.
because the opponent just minute if he's landing, and
Yes.
if I take it quick, then I'll get a 2v1
Okay, and then what
because
was the problem? So let's go back. What was the problem with slowing the play down here?
yeah, the opponent gets time to recover, or the TJ money can like
Yes. Yes.
yeah, challenge.
He can challenge you. He can, obviously, the opponent challenging you in your corner is actually okay because your corner is your safe zone. But what it means is in Rocket League you don't want to invite pressure, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay?
true.
Because when you invite pressure, yes, you might be able to get out of it, but they might be able to boost starve you, they might be able to demo you, right? If he jumps up the wall and gets a good 50, it puts your mate in a very awkward position, and the other
Mm,
opponent is going to be close to your net, and then they're going to be able to put pressure on your mate. And yes, you might be able to get out of it, but you never want to have an uncomfortable situation. Does that make
it's
sense?
true. Yeah,
But
it happens all the time in League.
yes. So the moment you see this face man, okay, he's flipped. I have the ball. The moment you see this picture, it's okay,
Mhm.
quick. I need to go quick here. Why? Because if I go quick, it's gonna take the face man a bit more time to get back. And if I can, take it up the wall and stuff, then again, it just speeds up the play in general. Look, and you don't even have to flip. You can just control the ball. I'm gonna see if I can take this
Mm.
boost. And then look, and now you can counter attack. You see this counter attack?
Yeah, because the jumps makes me slower. The single jump.
Yes. Yeah, the single jump killed all your speed and killed the ball speed. Here, just
Mm.
control the touch. And this is practice, right? Look, even sometimes I might mess up. Look, it's not the best touch. You can control it. But then it gives you positions where you can start to learn different types of mechanics to get you out of the play, right? So, and then here, look, and now you can take the ball. You can do whatever you want, blah, 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 blah. Here. Uh, okay, we're both turning back here. This is a sticky one. I wouldn't do this, I don't think. So here. Yeah, the moment I grab this boost, I'm just straight away going and trying to challenge this guy here. Just straight
Yeah.
away. Yes, this is super important to develop in twos. So what I say is that, do you know when you're in a position where you don't know if you should be first man and your mate also doesn't know if they should be first man, like you're in the same position, right?
Hmm.
What I do is that I always be the first one to go first, even if my
Mm.
mate ends up going first. The worst thing you can do is kind of like hesitate and kind of just see if your mate is going to go. If you just be the one that just goes first, then it makes the life of your mates easier because they now know what to do because you've already
Yeah.
gone, right? You've gone and done something, right?
Yeah.
So what I do in this situation is that I know I can't see my teammate, and we both know B, that our mate could probably, once this ball goes up, he could probably still be here and go, right? He could, while we get this
Yeah.
boost. While we get this boost and turn around, your mate could also go for this boost. I mean, not
Yeah.
boost. He could also challenge. But
Yeah.
this is fine. This is still fine, right? Because by the time we get this boost and turn around, we would know that our mate had decided to go for this ball before us because one, the ball is in the air, and if he goes for this ball, he has to jump, and if we even if we can't see him in our camera, we will be able to hear him jump. Do you play with audio on?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I know some people don't. So here you'll be able to hear him jump, and then that's it. Then when you hear him jump, you don't need to jump. If you don't hear him jump, you can just go for the ball yourself. So using audio cues can also help you with decisions too. Okay. So
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
yeah, just grab the boost, turn around, tell your mate, hey, I'm gonna be first man, you be second man, blah 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 blah. Okay.
But in your rank, like
Hmm.
if opponent does that, um,
Does what?
most of the money guy is like doing a ceiling shot or maybe an air dribble. In your rank,
Hmm.
most of the time it will be a better uh, deck because this guy messes up his play. But most of it, what if the guy could have is good in his mechanics and he air
Mm.
dribbles it? Can I still roll turn there and challenge, or do I need more space to like
No, no,
challenge?
no, no. Because your job as the first man is to make life easy for the second man. So so if I know this is my GC lobby and he's going up the ceiling, can I I won't be able to stop it, will I? No. I'll have to pause it. So you mean like this and he's going through something crazy?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Or like yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um in this case, I would still. So my responsibility in my head is I'm first man. I need to make sure that I deal with this ball or the car or something in a way where it makes life easy for my second man. So this doesn't
yeah,
mean that you always have to win the ball, right? It could mean that you jump it up in the air in such a good way that the opponent like freaks out a little bit and he rushes his mechanical play, and then because he rushed his mechanical play, the ball just kind of like drops to your second man and your second man just has a free ball, right? It doesn't mean you have to directly win the ball, right? So this could mean something like this, right? So pretend, let's just ignore TJ money, right? So like
mhm,
there's a GC in the air, so I'll jump, I'll just maybe
yeah,
hover in the air or something. He now thinks,
mm,
oh wait, I need to go underneath him, right? I need to go underneath him. So he might slow down in the air, go underneath me, but my second mate is already ready for him to go underneath, and then he just collects the ball, right? I
right, yeah,
always say, whenever there's an aerial challenge, if you are first man, Ebby, and you know someone is doing an aerial, and you're first man, your job is to make sure they never ever take the ball over your head. Never, ever. This is a rule.
yeah,
Never. So here, if I'm going up here, I'm gonna go up so high in a way. Look, do you see how he has to come down? Obviously, he
yeah,
messed up his mechanic, but I go up really, really high because I basically say that to the opponent that I'm gonna make sure you never put this ball over my head. I'm gonna make sure you put the ball underneath me. And anything that goes underneath me, my mate will cover.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah, yeah,
The worst mistake is when you try to go as first man and you try to jump up for the ball and you don't jump up high enough and the ball still goes over your head, and now your mate is in an awkward position because now that the ball is over your head, it's very easy to double tap the ball, and the guy in net, your mate, won't be able to save a double tap because double taps are quite difficult to save, right?
yeah, exactly.
So that's a good kind of rule to follow.
Mm,
So here, just to
sounds good.
summarize, take the responsibility. If you're both in the same position and you're not sure, should I go, should he go, just go for it. Yes, there will be times that you will double commit, but just still persist in it. Just do it. Be the first man to always go if you're both in the same position. And it will oftentimes it will pay off. Okay.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Okay. This is the one thing that I really want you to start learning. Is I really want you to think about, should I speed up the play or should I slow down the play? So here you take the boost, and then we're going really fast, and we hit the ball. So what this means is that you have now made a decision to speed up the play,
Mhm.
right? Um, here, again, how do we know whether we should speed up the play here or we should have slowed down the play here?
Mm, I think
It's not easy. This one's not easy.
to like not per se looking, but knowing where my teammate is, if he's able to if he's
Hmm.
able to get in position. I think.
Okay, so how do you feel? So how do you feel about this situation then when we hit this ball fast?
Yeah, I was thinking about myself there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I'm really, really happy that you are honest about that. It's because sometimes in twos, it can be quite easy just to kind of just think about you, right? What you want to
Mhm.
do, right? But in twos, it's all up. Every decision you make, almost every single decision you make, is going to be based off your mate. So before you make, so I want you now, whenever you're playing twos in the future, think about every time you play twos, whether it's ranked, casual, every single decision you make, or almost every single decision you make, before you make that decision, think about your mate. That's
Mhm.
all I want you to do, and you're gonna win a lot more games. So I'll tell you what went through my mind after this kickoff. I'll show you, just to show you what I mean. So I see this kickoff, right? In my mind, immediately, the first thing I thought about was, okay, my mate just basically 50 this 50 the kickoff. He's kind of flipping sideways. He's probably gonna go for the mid boost. I'm gonna
Mhm.
grab this boost. Now, when I reach this position, I'm thinking in my head before I've even made the decision what I want to do is where's my mate? Is if I hit this ball
Mhm.
fast, is my mate gonna be there in time? And in my head, I'm thinking probably unlikely because he still needs to get mid boost. He still needs to come back into the play. Does that
Mhm.
make sense? So I'm
Yeah.
making a decision off my mate. It's not about me. It's not about me trying to go for a solo play. It's not got nothing to do with that. I think about my mate. So the decision I come up with here is I'm gonna play this relatively slow because first of all, the ball is in their corner, which means that it's very difficult to make something happen when the ball is in their
Yeah.
corner, right? Um, so here we can play this slow. So here I would probably stop, and then look at this. Now Now, obviously, in a real game, the opponent wouldn't be flying in the air like this, obviously, but it's just the replay, right? But now your mate is in the play more, which means that if you 50 the ball here, let's say one of the opponent comes down the wall and they 50 you and you 50 them, then your mate can pick up the second ball and then you can maybe go mid. If they beat the last man, you can try and score into the empty net. Very
Yeah.
important to
Sure.
think about that, Bambi. So here we slow down the play because we don't know if Mate is going to be ready. We take the ball, take control. If we have the 50 in the corner, we take the 50 in the corner. Your mate is ready to pick up the second ball, depending on how good you did your 50.
Yeah.
And the best thing is that we didn't have to waste a lot of boost. We're still on 100. We 50 maybe waste 5 or 10 boost. And that way, if your mate picks up the second ball, we now don't have to leave the play because we have boost and we can get ready for whatever happens next, okay?
Yeah.
But if
That's
you
a
look
good
at
one.
if you look at this, we speed up the play. Your mate is still far away. So even if you beat, even this is really important in fact, even if you beat this kid here, like let's say he messes up or he whiffs or something and it bounces off the wall, it's likely that Money is gonna see this and get to the ball before your mate. Anyway.
Yeah. For sure.
So
Yeah. For
so it
sure. Yeah.
nothing happens basically. Um here Here, I would probably like you just to creep up a bit more. I would like to get a bit closer here. Because here, what I do, the reason, why do you think I feel comfortable to get pretty close here? What makes me
Yeah.
get close here? Because yeah, you're probably thinking, why the heck?
Yeah.
Why do you think? Why do you think
Yeah.
I get?
True.
Why do you think I get close here? I'm being honest. When I saw this play, I straight away thought, man, I need to get really close here, like really, really close. and look, it
Yeah,
paid off.
because I
How do we
think
know?
there is little percentage is really low for them
Hmm.
to like get a goal out of it, or the 50, or I don't know, maybe I don't know.
Okay, it's not easy because the answer might surprise you. The reason
Yeah.
why I go close here, it's gonna surprise you, is because I trust my mate is going to do something to throw this guy off. That's it. It's weird, and you might be thinking, what the heck? Like, why'd you have so much trust in your mate? But it's true. This is why. It's because my mate, I know my mate is right next to him. So so let me just, it tells me, hold on. Yeah, it tells me that the opponent isn't going to have all of the joy in the world to do what they
Mhm.
want. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah,
No matter how bad, even if it's a goal player in front of you, you still have to adjust the way you move your car and hit the ball, even if it's a goal
yeah.
player coming after you. You do.
But even
It's completely different. It's not like it's free play where there's no one in front of you, right? So the reason
yeah.
why I get up close here is because of that. Here, he hits the ball,
Mm,
he controls it. I see my mate is going to challenge, my mate is going to throw his car, my mate is going to do something. And whenever that happens in Rocket League, you get close for the second ball. So I get close. Look what happens. The opponent does mess up because he sees my mate. He panics. He doesn't get the touch he wants, which gives me a free ball to hit. And now I have a chance to do something.
so
Does
can we
that make
maybe go
sense?
go into his perspective so we can see like
Yeah, sure. Let me change this. So here. So here. There. Look at this.
yeah, yeah,
Look,
yeah,
your
yeah,
mate
yeah,
forces him to jump because he's scared of a demo. He's scared of
yeah,
something. He doesn't get the touch he wants. And look at you. Because you didn't really
yeah,
trust what was going to happen, you didn't trust the situation. Now, what should have been your ball, like a clear ball, ends up
yeah.
becoming a 50.
Mhm. And
Does that,
it's
does
mostly
that, does
my
that,
problem, like
is
I'm
that
like
your
feel
problem?
yeah, I feel like I'm always too late for the ball, or like hesitate, or like not comfortable to
Yes.
be close because the ball flies over my head and
Mm,
ends up in my goal most of the time and stuff.
yes. This is why understanding where to be, like your positioning and your game sense, is really important. Um, So that way, what happens that you know where you need to be, even if you're uncomfortable. Like,
Hmm.
yes, even for me, even when I got close, I was still, I'm gonna be honest, I was still a little bit uncomfortable because I wasn't sure if he's gonna pinch it or something. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I knew despite me being uncomfortable, I knew it was still the correct decision or the correct positioning to be.
Mm.
Why? Because the probability of the ball bouncing back towards me is higher than the ball pinching crazy into my net,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
True.
We
True.
can't. Okay, this is gonna might blow your mind, it might not, but we can't be afraid of low probability outcomes,
True.
bro. Otherwise,
True. True. True.
you'll be stuck in the rank, not because of your skill, because of fear,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
True.
Don't be scared
True.
of low probability. If you have an opportunity to do something and it's a 60% chance you're going to score, but a very, very risky 40% chance you're going to concede, stick with the 60%. Like, just go for it. Because yes,
Hmm.
it might lose you a game. Like, you might end up conceding and it might be the 40%. But in the long run, you will win more games in on average. Because
Yeah.
it's 60%.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
numbers work, right? Right? So
It's crazy, man.
it is. It's honestly, I tried to make Rocket League seem like it's. I don't like overcomplicating Rocket League too much, but it's honestly just it's really really simple. It's just a probability based game, really.
Yeah.
Okay, your mate does good here. Wow, your mate did really well here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this wasn't bad. This wasn't bad, to be honest. I kind of like this. Um, okay, yeah, I think it actually wasn't bad. I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is because in this situation, it's not easy to know like. It's not easy to create something here, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
First, I mean, initially, I wanted to power slide around it, but I messed up the power slide, and when I touch the ball, I know I need to get a second touch because otherwise
Okay,
it will be
100%.
yeah
But here, this isn't correct. And again, think about it. Think about what we talked about. We make decisions based off what again? What was the rule?
position. What
Yeah,
we can see.
true. But what was the big factor? Every single I
Oh,
said,
oh,
mhm,
teammate, my teammate.
yes.
Uh,
So I want you to try to replay this in your mind. Like imagine you're playing this position again, right? So now I
mhm.
want you to look at your teammate, their situation, and their boost. Okay. So
Oh
have a
yeah,
little look.
yeah,
Have a
yeah.
little look. Okay. Now, what kind of decision do you make? If if
I need to
if you
slow
could
the
if
play.
yes.
I need to
Here,
slow it down, like
yes.
to get
So
boost or
here
something.
here you have to sometimes accept that your attacking offense is over. It's over.
Hmm.
Your mate
Yeah.
has no boost, he can't help you. The angle of the ball is almost impossible to do anything with the ball. So what do we
Hmm.
do here? We do is you buy time. So here, ignore the ball, grab this boost,
Yeah.
play shadow defense, he gets the ball, help your mate out, get back and just reset the play. You sometimes you
Yeah.
have to just accept that you can't always force every single ball, right? And a lot of that decision comes from your teammate. Your teammate has low boost, the angle of the ball isn't great. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore this ball, grab this boost, at least grab this boost so that if they wanted to grab this boost, you basically stop them from grabbing this boost, right?
Yeah.
Um, they hit the ball. Now you have full boost. You're grounded. Now you can support your mate. You can go and challenge this ball, help your mate out, blah 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 blah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
very
Yeah. Yeah.
important to acknowledge that. Okay,
Hmm.
that's all it was, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Okay,
I was
what
really brainless.
I want you to analyze this play.
Yeah.
Like, so how would you analyze it? Like what went wrong? What's through your mind?
Yeah. To begin with, I was far.
Yeah,
Um. So I need to be a little bit passive there
but
because it turned really fast.
okay. So here, the moment this happens, right? Okay,
Hmm.
how do we know we should start to drive quicker, start to speed flip, start to get back in? Like, how do we know that we should do this?
Oh, just watching the opponents. Like,
Um,
uh,
okay. So, at what point did you? I'll tell you. I'll tell you. At what point do you think you should have started to move up quicker?
oh,
So let me show you again. You can tell me when.
when I see that my mate went for it.
Yes, and the reason is because when your mate, the moment your mate is going for this ball, the moment your mate booms this ball, I want you to have the mentality of, oh, I don't want to be left alone. Let me play.
Hmm.
It's a bit like a child, right? It sounds weird, doesn't it? But you need to have this mentality, like, hey, like let me get back in there, right? The problem is
Hmm.
you're basically saying the moment your mate hits this, look, you're driving slowly. You're saying, I'm not really interested in playing right now. Look, and then what
Yeah, yeah,
happens is that when the opponent hits it, you're like, okay, I want to play now. But it's like, bro, it's like it's too late now. It's over.
yeah.
Like
It's too late.
the
Yeah,
game's finished, right?
yeah,
So here, the moment you land, and I can see my mate is going to engage this ball. It also means I also need to engage and support him. So here, oh my bro, sorry, my hands are really cold. You might have to bear with me. So here I get closer, and now I can try and play for this ball, or I can try and play for this pad, get a bit closer, and then try to play for this ball too. Whatever it might be, right? Just get closer and then see what happens.
yeah.
And I can speed flip. I can speed flip here, even though the opponent. Because I always say don't flip when the opponent is gonna hit the ball. But here we know the opponent is gonna hit the ball towards the wall, so we know that we don't have to worry about it being awkward or anything like that. And then we can
Yeah.
try and hit the ball here. Okay. And it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be super quick, right? You don't have to do. You can just drive, right? Do some boost, do a front flip, anything, just to get you there, and then there
Yeah,
you go. And now
I'll
you
be
just bought.
closer.
Yeah, and then you bought your mate some time, right? So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But now we tried to go, but it's just way too late, right? Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. Let me see if you can notice. Okay, what is the mistake here?
Mm,
I want to see if you can know if you know what it is.
mm,
What should you have done after the 50? Sorry, like after the 50 happens. So let me try and pause it. Like I'll show you. So this is pretty good. Well, your positioning here is pretty good. The moment this happens, what should be your decision?
uh,
Do you think?
to be honest, I don't know.
Have a little think.
Sorry.
Have a little think. I'll give you
Oh,
like 30
okay.
seconds or something. Just take your time. If you're still not sure, it's fine. Don't worry.
So the after I see where the ball is going, or just um, because my teammate, not because 50 is happening.
Wait, say that one more time.
So like uh, my decision is needed to be based on like
Mhm.
right now when I see where the ball is going, or like before that, like
No,
because
no, like right now. The
it's
moment
happening.
you saw the 50, right? You saw the 50, and you know the ball is going to be flying high, right? It's going up, as you saw. The ball is flying up
Mm-hmm.
now. So the 50 is going up. What you
Mm-hmm.
did was you kind of stayed, wait for it to drop, and you try to like hit it or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
What should we have done instead? Is what I.
Mm, to be honest, I don't know.
All right, it's fine. I'll try and show you without telling you, okay?
Mhm.
So here,
Mm.
do you see that?
Okay, so slow it down a little the play.
But true, but what did I do though after the 50?
Yeah, for boost.
Yes.
Oh, is it the
Hmm.
same situation as before? Like I was too under the ball, or like.
Well, it's not just shoot under the ball. Here, your mate has. So here, hold on. The 50 happens, your mate has no boost. He's probably going to get mid boost. But you have to also think about how can I now, because once this 50 happens, you know that their mate is, where was his mate? So his mate is here. TJ Money is like just in the net, right? So you see TJ Money is just kind of flopping around. He's not really doing anything. The 50 happens, right? So whenever this happens, whenever you have low boost, like really low boost, and the ball is in the air, it means you have time to go for boost.
Mm,
This is like a general, like a high level rule, right? The ball is in the air, you have low boost, your mate has low boost, it means you have time to just go and get boost. It doesn't mean, I mean, obviously get the boost that's closest to the play. Don't go like far away and get
yeah.
boost, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So obviously the corner boost would mean for you to get corner boost. And then with 100 boost, it means you can now start the next phase of play, which is the counter attack. The problem is that when you stay underneath this ball with no boost, even if you hit the ball, it's not going to be enough to launch a offensive play.
Yeah.
As you can see here, watch. Even if your mate goes for mid boost here, which he does, right? Yes, you hit the ball as best as you can, but yes, and your mate does have full boost, but it's going to be very difficult for you now to support your mate because you're on zero.
Yeah.
But if you go back and let me show you, so where was it? Here, and then you go for boost as quickly as you can, and then you try to launch this ball to your mate. He could probably try to score or something, right?
Yeah.
You could try and do something. You can then maybe do this, and then maybe boom it. Look at this. And now
Mhm.
already, oh, see how quickly we went onto a counter attack? Do you see how quick that was? We went
And
from
with
the
boost.
yeah, we went from just back because we know we have time to get boost here. We know we can boom it, and now this is always going to be a goal.
Yeah, with enough boost. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever you're low boost, right, and the situation is kind of like this, where your mate also has no boost and stuff like that, or just even if your mate does have boost, if you just go and get boost, let's say your mate does have full boost, right, and you go and get boost,
Mhm.
it will also tell you you're basically also telling your mate, hey, I'm going to get boost. Can you take care of this ball? And it's okay to do that. Why? Because the ball is in the air. So even if it throws off your mate a little bit, let's say your mate is expecting you to go for the ball, right? But then you go for boost because you need boost. Then uh, your mate be like, oh wait, I thought you were gonna go for the ball, but it's okay. The ball's in the air, so it'll still give your mate time to think about what they want to do because it's just hanging in the air. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Always think about when the ball is in the air and no one is going for the ball in the air, it means you have time,
Mhm.
general time to do whatever you want to do. Position, get pads, boost, reposition, whatever. You have time to do something that you couldn't do. That's
Yeah,
what it means when the ball is in the air. When the ball is in the air and you know no one can go for it, which as you
yeah.
know, no one here can go for it. So yeah.